First at 4, terrifying moments for a mother and her 7-year-old daughter during a robbery. We're going to show you the suspect and tell you what he's accused of doing with a large knife. Ben.
Karen, the weekend was beautiful while it lasted, but the rain is back, and this is the first of multiple chances that we have this week.
All right, Ben, also this prince is now a proud father. We have the latest information on the birth of the newest royal and one big question that hasn't been answered. Hi, Paula.
Basic medical care isn't so basic if you don't have insurance or you don't have enough insurance. And so we're going to show you an organization that's giving free medical care, and that includes prescriptions.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, police are looking right now for a man who threatened a 7-year-old with a knife during a robbery. This happened in the Meyer parking lot on Carpenter Road in Pittsfield Township. Police are looking for the man on your screen, 57-year-old Melvin Saroof. They say he stopped a woman and her daughter as they were putting groceries into the car. He's accused of holding a knife to that little girl's throat, telling mom to get into the car and out of his way. He stole the woman's wallet. If you see this man, you're asked to call police. Moving to Melvindale, where a police sergeant has pled no contest to a charge of willful neglect of duty. Officer Matthew Furman was in court today. Prosecutors say he was dealing with a drunk and disorderly call inside a resident's home back in February. That's when the officer was bringing the suspect downstairs and there was contact, causing the victim to fall. Furman also faced a charge of assault and battery that is expected to be dropped at sentencing. We're following the case and we'll have more tonight at 5. 2 investigations underway this afternoon in Detroit after 4 people are shot in a 2-hour time span. This happened late last night. The first happened in Greektown at the intersection of Beaubien and Monroe, where 3 men were shot. 2 of the victims told police they heard gunshots, started to run before realizing they were the ones who were hit. A little later, a second shooting took place a few blocks away. A 20-year-old man was shot. A 34-year-old man was taken into custody for that incident, but police do not believe the 2 crimes are connected. Belle Isle beginning to look more and more like a racetrack as we inch closer and closer to the Detroit Grand Prix. Crews are working around the clock to transform the state park. This year, they had exactly 60 days to make that happen. Race organizers are also putting out a call for volunteers, and you can help out during the race and get some pretty cool perks. If you'd like to learn more, we posted all you need to know at clickondetroit.com. In today's first forecast, 2 days of great weather coming to an end this evening. We are on the lookout for some scattered showers. Isn't that right, Ben?
Yeah, Karen, I'll tell you, that Sunday was fantastic. Wish we could have continued that, but we got to take what we get, and 4 Live radar shows we're getting rain, at least for about half of the area right now. Some of these showers have started to intensify just a little bit to some moderate downpours here. This is north of 696 in eastern Oakland County out here towards Sterling Heights and Warren. You're getting some rain there. Also, when you get over into the west zone, a little bit more of an organized push starting to enter Washtenaw County. So Chelsea, you're getting wet right now, and that's going to be down to Ann Arbor here in about the next 20 to 30 minutes. It's mostly going to be rain, maybe a rumble of thunder, but those temperatures, which are still in the 70s now, falling to the 50s by midnight. And wait till you see the lows tomorrow morning. We'll look at that in your 4-zone forecast coming up. Karen.
All right. Thank you, Ben. And we are keeping a close eye on the markets today. The Dow Jones fell a few hundred points after the opening bell, and that was largely because of President Trump's new threats to escalate a trade war with China. He's threatening to raise tariffs if there's no deal by Friday. Right now, you can see the Dow is down some 66 points. That continues to change minute by minute. We'll be watching the story, of course, all week long. President Trump's former personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, is spending his first of many days inside a federal prison. Cohen arrived today at the Federal Correctional Institute in Otisville, New York. That's just outside of New York City. He'll serve 3 years for pleading guilty to lying to Congress, bank fraud, and federal campaign finance violations. Before heading to prison, he had a parting shot for President Trump.
I hope that when I rejoin my family and friends, that the country will be in a place without xenophobia, injustice, and lies at the helm of our country. There still remains much to be told, and I look forward to the day that I can share the truth.
The 53-year-old Cohen will serve his sentence in a minimum security prison that houses many white-collar criminals. Meantime, as his former attorney sits in prison, the president continues to face numerous investigations and demands from Democrats in Congress. The president has claimed to be the most transparent U.S. leader ever, but there are some things that he is not sharing. For the latest, let's bring in Kimberly Gill. And Kim, Democrats really want to see the president's tax returns.
That they do. Good afternoon to you, Karen. The House Ways and Means Committee asked for the president's tax returns last month. He's always said he can't turn them over while under audit, but there's no law that prevents him from sharing his returns during an audit. So today marks a deadline set by Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin to determine whether he'll comply with that request. Earlier, he said he needed 2 weeks to confer with the Justice Department. So far, no decision and no sign of those tax returns. Meanwhile, the House Judiciary Committee says it will hold a contempt hearing for Attorney General William Barr on Wednesday. It's fighting to get the full unredacted report from Robert Mueller. They wanted to see the report by 9 a.m. this morning, but that did not happen. Also, Democrats still want to hear from Mueller himself in a congressional hearing, but the president is now saying Mueller should not testify. As long as Mueller is an employee of the Justice Department, the president or attorney general could block him from testifying. So it's unclear if Mueller might leave the department or if he would want to testify. So we are tracking a lot of storylines here. Karen, it's kind of confusing, but we'll keep it all straightened out for you as much as we can, and we'll have an update for you coming up from Washington tonight on the news at 5. Until then, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Always appreciate it. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
It's a boy. Did you hear? Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, have welcomed the newest member of the royal family. He weighed in at 7 pounds, 3 ounces, and was born at 5:26 in the morning, or just after midnight our time. Prince Harry was there for the birth and is beyond thrilled that he is now a father.
I'm very excited to announce that Meghan and myself had a baby boy early this morning, a very healthy boy. This little thing is absolutely to die for, so I'm just over the moon. Thank you.
He sure is. Prince Harry promised more details in the coming days. So far, they've not announced his name. The little boy is 7th in line to the throne. Let's go closer to home on this Monday afternoon, and it is just what the doctor ordered for people who don't have insurance or perhaps don't have enough insurance. Free medical help from a local nonprofit. Since February, it's been pooling resources to serve the underserved. Our Paula Tutman found it's actually looking for new patients.
Exercise, plenty of fluids, things like that to try to help see if maybe we can bring those down.
Most days, the medical offices of Dr. Hussein Saad in Dearborn are just that, the everyday offices of a busy physician's practice. But on Fridays, it turns to this, a free family clinic with a mission to serve the unserved and the underserved.
We have seen a lot of chronic disease management that hasn't been treated well, or that hasn't been treated at all. We've caught some patients, with diabetes, high cholesterol. We do our best to try to do cancer screening, especially for mammograms and colonoscopies.
Even prescriptions are free.
One of the patients that are truly dear to my heart is one patient who was getting his insulin on Craigslist, getting his insulin on eBay. It's so dangerous for this patient to do what he's doing just because he was unable to pay for it. Securing that medication is crucial in that patient's care.
Glenn was that man.
I was using insulin that was expired 2 years ago, but something is better than nothing.
And in this fundraising video, he has even gone from patient to pitchman to help raise money for the mission, simply because the medical services saved his life.
Their treatment has been great, and they're doing it for free, and it's just a godsend for me.
The medical care is paid for by the nonprofit See Assist, an acronym for Community Advocate, Support, Inspire, Service, Teach.
It's not a walk-in clinic, it's by appointments only. They need to call, they need to leave a message, because somebody would only return a message, not missed calls. Once they leave a message, a team member will call them to put them on the schedule or give them an appointment that works with their schedule best.
There are thousands of stories like Glenn's, people who simply don't have the means to get vital medical care. And so Fridays at the Cherry Hill Medical Center, Suite 9, patients from anywhere in the metro area are asked to call, make an appointment, and get care for free. The nonprofit See Assist raises the money to screen, assess, diagnose, and treat, again, for free. And you know what? The proverbial sign on the door doesn't just say patients wanted, but also medical care professionals wanted. They're looking for more specialists and doctors from communities all over Metro Detroit to kind of create like a satellite of access for people who are not able to get to doctors. If you need care or if you can give care, we're going to put information on all of our social media platforms. Karen.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Paula. Still ahead, first at 4, it is the biggest show on TV right now. So, did someone make a big mistake that was actually caught on camera? We'll show you what so many people are talking about today. Plus, presidential honor for Tiger Woods, but some people are questioning the motivation. But first, Dr. McGeorge is here.
Hey Karen, it's Melanoma Monday, and that means it's time to brush up on sun safety. So coming up next, I'll share the A, B, C, D, and E's of spotting skin cancer. If you can remember these quick tips, it could save someone's life. We'll be right back.